Part 20, who the fuck did I marry? So my husband has just told me that he is going to book a flight for me, him, the dog, and the two kids to Paris. He says that this is cheaper. He says that this is the easiest way to get our dog Cleo into the UK. And to be honest, I just don't care. It's so much closer to the UK than Mexico. Sign me up. So I'm more than happy to go with him. Before we leave, he does basically say to me, he was actually texting me, and he said that when we land in the UK, he wants the kids 3 days a week, mainly our son. Our daughter he's a bit more flexible with because she's breastfeeding, but he wants my son 3 nights a week. He wants shared custody, and he basically wants me to sign something before he allows me to leave Mexico. And I was like, I'm absolutely not signing anything. I haven't had any legal advice, and I'm under a lot of stress and duress right now. Like, it's never going to stand up in court anyway. And he was adamant that no, I had to sign something, I had to agree to it, and he wanted my mum to basically countersign and agree to it so that he could prove that I wasn't under duress. Initially I'm like, no, and then in the end I'm like, okay, fine. Like, I've got no choice but to agree to this because I want to leave, and I feel like I'm just being, like, not held hostage because that sounds really dramatic, but like held here, like, let me leave. There are also points, and like now when I look back I'm a bit like embarrassed, and I don't know if we go to court maybe it'll get released, but like I know that he has, because he was recording me and videoing me a lot more when we were in Mexico than he'd ever done in Orange County. And I know, like, I have texts because I've read back through them, but I also know that he has a recording of me, basically me begging him, like crying and begging him to allow me to leave. And now when I look back, I'm like, oh, like the level like I must have stooped to is just horrific. Like, I'm kind of embarrassed, but I like just wanted to leave. I just wanted to get to my family, get to safety, just get out of this situation. Like, I was just so flipping overwhelmed. So he books the flight to Paris. We get our dog on the flight. Our dog gets on the flight. She is in the hold, but she seems really, really happy. Like, when we say bye to her, she seems as happy as she can be in her crate, and she seems really, really good. We start going through the airport. My husband's being great. He's back to being the husband I always knew. He books us into a lounge. He orders me a margarita. We have loads of food. There's showers there. He's the doting dad holding my daughter. Like, everything's great. We get on the flight, the exact same. I don't sleep the whole flight because I've got my daughter on me, and I was really, really worried that if I like fell asleep, she could like slide off. So I didn't sleep at all. My husband and my son do sleep for most of the flight. It's around about an 11-hour flight, Mexico City to Paris. Yeah, so when we get to the other side, I'm exhausted, but my husband's great. Things are good. Like, although I don't want to be with him, like, I'm pretty, like, we're not going to be together. I've made that decision. I've texted my family. I've told them that we're not going to be together. But he's being nice, and my head's like, is there still potential? Is there still potential? Anyway, so we exit the airport, we go and sit down, and he says that he's going to try and rent a vehicle from Paris to the UK, which he can then hopefully leave in the UK. So he goes into the car rental office, and they say to him, we don't have any rental vehicles because we need a big rental vehicle as well. We need like a minivan, basically, because we've obviously got the dog, the kids, like around about 8 suitcases, 3 of mine, 3 of his, 1 each for the kids, some stuff for the dog. He's got his golf sticks. We've got a pram. We've got like a travel pram. We've got loads of stuff, right? So they basically say, no, we don't have any vehicles that you can take from Paris and then leave in the UK. But what we could potentially do is get you to sign up for a vehicle from Paris to the UK that you bring back to Paris. So my husband comes and sits down with me, and he's like, hey, I need you to lease the vehicle from Paris to the UK. And I'm like, what? Why would I do that? Like, you do it. And he's like, no. He's like, you do it, or I'm going to leave you here in Paris without your kids. I haven't slept in over 24 hours. I am exhausted. I am in tears, and everything turns again straight back to being horrible. He, at one point, because I was like, no, I am not doing this. Like, I'm absolutely not doing this because you've already done this with the truck. We've left my truck. So we drove into Mexico City in the truck that's in my name. We've now left that truck in Mexico City. So that's what, 30 grand worth of debt that's going to sit on my name because you drove a truck to evade your warrant. You drove into Mexico, and now you've left that vehicle in Mexico by the airport in Mexico City, right? So I'm like, no, I'm absolutely not doing it. And it gets really, really heated. And he's like, this is the one thing I've asked you to do. I sorted out the flights. I sorted out the dog. I've done everything else. You're so lazy. You never contribute anything. Blah, 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 blah. And at one point he passes me my daughter because I'm still refusing. And he goes, go to your vile, disgusting sea of a mother. and like in front of my kids, and hands my kids to me like that. He tells me that since I've had kids, my body is disgusting, that I'm unattractive, like you name it, like the digs are just getting lower and lower and lower. It's like horrible. So I'm in floods of tears. I haven't slept. We go into the car rental office. I'm like, fine, I'll just do it. And I have a split desk session. So basically he's still having a go at me. I'm in floods of tears. The poor car rental guy is looking at me like, blink twice if you need help. He's like, what the hell is this situation, right? I have a split second decision to make. Basically, on the form that I'm filling out to get the car rental in my name, I write help in one of the boxes. And the reason that I do this is because I wanted that when he didn't return the vehicle back to Paris, which like I just knew he wasn't going to do, I had something to show that I'd done it under duress, like an email trail. So I write it and the guy looks at me and I'm like, it's fine, just ignore that, thinking that he will and just like process it and then give us the keys. And he hands me the keys and I think, phew, let's go get in that vehicle, let's drive to Calais, let's get back to the UK, let me get away. So we go, get all of our bags, we get into the vehicle in Calais, and we get into the vehicle in Paris, get ready to go to Calais, and the French police turn up.